Come on, a father-son trip. It'll be fun.
Yeah, right.
You know, most people don't have the luxury of just picking up and leaving it all behind, Daniel.
We agreed that if I let you take me to the airport, you wouldn't lecture me about how I'm ruining my life.
I lied.
The film is called The Way. It is the story of a father whose son dies in an accident while taking a pilgrimage together across Europe. Despite this tragic loss, he ends up going on the pilgrimage himself to help his son finish his journey. And it was written and directed by Emilio Estevez, and Martin Sheen is a star in the movie as well. They're both here live to talk about this film. Thank you. I mean, this is a treat to have you guys here in Kansas City.
Thank you. It's a treat to be here.
Yeah, we appreciate it. So, Emilio, this film, it's very intimate, it's very personal.
Right.
Where did the inspiration come from?
Well, it came from him. He was the original guy who said, hey, let's go to Spain and make a movie. He'd been to the Camino de Santiago in 2003,
okay,
and he wanted to go out and do the journey, but he only had a couple of weeks. So he went with my son, who was 19, working as his assistant on the West Wing at the time. And one of the first stops they made in Spain was a town called Burgos.
Okay.
And in Burgos, they stopped at a pilgrim's, like a hostel, and serving the pilgrim's meal that night was a young lady, and my son took a look at her, and she took a look at him, and they fell in love.
No way.
And he married her.
Wow.
So he's been living there for 8.5 years. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that was sort of the original inspiration.
Okay, and Martin, you've worked with a lot of legendary directors. Emilio's a director of this film. How is it like getting directions and your son bossing you around?
He's the best director I've ever worked with.
Yeah,
and the fondest one.
And the fondest one. You boss your dad around a lot
well, what kid doesn't want to tell their parents what to do for 4 weeks or 8 weeks or for one day? So I was able to do it every day.
We had a great pilgrim.
Did it bring you both closer together doing this film?
Well, we're pretty close as it is. I mean, I live about 200 yards down the street from them.
No kidding.
So I see them every day. I talk to my mom on the phone every day. So we're a very tight family. But yeah, I think we brought us closer together. Certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly.
This film was evolving over a period of about 5 years. When we started working on it together, he was doing Bobby. So he couldn't be distracted, but he began to go to Spain to visit Taylor. That was the only time he could see him.
Yeah, yeah.
And he took an interest on his own in the pilgrimage and in pilgrims, and began to suss out the possibility of a feature film.
Yeah.
Plus, I love a good road movie, and that's really what this movie is. It's the ultimate road movie.
And the message ultimately out of it too. What is it?
Well, it's about reconnecting to the things that are important to us, or should be important to us: faith, family, a community, and celebrating our humanity. And it's also a retelling of The Wizard of Oz. Tom is our Dorothy, and he meets the Scarecrow and the Cowardly Lion and the Tin Man, and literally the four of them off. And the Camino is marked in yellow, by the way.
Okay,
so
that's interesting. You have mentioned that you're doing this bus tour across the country promoting this movie, and it's interesting to hear that actually the young generation very interested in it.
Oh, very much so. The American youth were totally unaware of it.
Why?
Now, well, it's been more or less confined to Europe. In large measure. It used to be one of the great pilgrimages, you know. First was Jerusalem, then Rome, and Santiago de Compostela. And it's been revived since the 1980s, and Spain put an awful lot of investment into making the road a little smoother and easier to follow, and plus building up the refugios along the way, so that there's ample places and comfortable places for the pilgrims to spend the night. You know.
All right.
But you know, while the film depicts the journey, the physical journey of walking, it also delves into the inner pilgrimage, you know, the transcendent pilgrimage we all must make. And it makes a very powerful point, I think, in saying that we're all on pilgrimage, you know, and nobody can do it for you.
Yeah, you don't have to necessarily be, you know, on this path from Spain to France.
No. Your
Your
daily walk is a pilgrimage.
Yeah.
And it's an effort to unite the will of the Spirit to the work of the flesh. That's how we stay even and direct. And it says that while you must walk alone, you cannot do it without community.
Yeah.
And we all help each other along the way.
Well, it sounds like a great movie. Thank you guys. And you enjoying your little stay in Kansas City?
Oh, it's great.
All right.
It's great.
Yeah. Any good food yet? Barbecue?
No, we heard of a couple barbecue places. We may want to try to get there tonight.
Okay.
But you got any suggestions for us?
Yeah, well, I won't, off camera, because I do have a couple, and I don't want to offend, I don't want to offend.
Understood.
And I have to ask you this, obviously, the big elephant in the room, a little bit other than the film here. Tiger blood, is it genetic?
You talking about Tiger Woods? I'm a very good golfer.
Good one. That was very good.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
What a great movie. And once again, the movie is called The Way. And you can come out to the Olathe Walmart to meet Martin and Emilio. These guys will be there between 3 o'clock and 4. It is a free event. It is open to the public, so come out. Meet these two stars. You know what? We get people here, and I got to say, you guys are very down to earth, and thank you for spending your time with us. All right.
Thank you.
So there you go. We'll send things over to Brett.